second lecture. So in last video lecture we have learned that what is operator overloading, and we have done a couple of examples of prefix and postfix unary operator overloading. Now there is another way to implement the same task. So this is the previous program, so let's create a new file. I'm going to copy all the previous code and I'm going to paste it. Fine. uh, if you have any doubt, just go through that previous video. uh, okay, so now this was a scenario. We have learned that four operators you can't overload with a member function. If whatever the you are using operator overloading, if it is a class member, fine. So these four can't be overloading. So now we can use two methods to overload our operator. First is okay, so let's describe over here ways. Okay, the first one is member function, declaring a member function. That is our first way of operator overloading. And the second one is with friend function. So in this video lecture we are going to learn how to sorry, how to learn operator overloading using a friend function. So this was the just a previous code. So what I'm going to do, rather than making these as a method of a class, I'm going to cut it from here and I'm going to paste it beneath the class. So now these no longer become a method. So they are simple function. They doesn't belongs to any class. Okay, so now let's make this or these both as the friend of my class. So now these both are my both are the friend of the class rather than a member function. Okay, so now the only difference is that now this is a simple function. It doesn't know about what we are talking about, this x. So now to map this, we should declare a class object. Is our class, let's put as our object. So this is our class object. So as this is the friend, these two are the friends of my class. Now with the O, with this object, I can access x and y. So that is pretty valid syntax over here because both are friend of the class A. Okay, so remember when you are overloading a post increment operator, so your integer would be the second argument. A, O, it would be like this. If you're writing int comma A and declaring an object of any within any name, so it will give you an error. So integer would be the second argument in a friend function. Okay, so it's obvious, you know, when you're using a friend function, you have to give an argument so that you can access the data member of the class. Okay, so rest of our coding will remain the same. Now if we are going to execute, so it will not increment the actual data because here in a function we are, you know, using this as an call by value. Okay, let's see that what our program for overloading increment operator using friend function. Okay, so friend void int. Okay, first I hadn't put this, and now as you know, I have changed this, so it should be like this. Fine. So your prototype should match while defining or declaring your function. So declaration definition should match. So you can see no increment has been done because this is call by value, and whatever the value you are giving over here, that is reflected over here in a object. Fine. So here I'm going to use call by a reference concept. So okay, call by a reference concept. So here I'm actually referring to this P object. Okay. X is a private. Okay, in context of within the context A, within the context O dot. Okay, so what's giving us an error in the context? This one, void operator, void operator. Okay. Okay. Oh, so again I forgot to match my parameter. So if this is a reference also, so that parameter will also be a reference. Okay, now you can see now this has been working. Okay, one more thing, that why this is happening over here actually, it's like P, if I will write dot, okay, that would be in a uh, class method mechanism, right? So I will let you know that in a next video lecture. So in this video lecture, we have learned that how you can use a friend function for the operator overloading. Thanks for watching, and keep tuned to next video so that we can put some more lights on the basic concept of overloading. Fine, then we will shift to the binary operator overloading.